Scarlett and Lily are twins. Scarlett from the get-go had extra needs that were very obvious, and we were super into making sure she had everything that she needed. Lily was diagnosed with autism, I think, at 18 months, but it was not a surprise whatsoever. And it wasn't a deficit in any way. We were not concerned. We just knew that we had two girls who had very different needs, and we wanted to make sure that we were helping them learn and, communicate and be a part of their world in their own ways.
As twin sisters, they look very similar. They're adorable and just so fun to work with, but we have very different treatment sessions that we're focusing on to help build them individually. Our goals as a therapist is not to build riding skills and teach them how to ride a horse. Our goals are really specific back to their function of building sitting balance, gait training, using control of their body and their ability to work and play appropriately for their age.
So as an occupational therapist, I am really focusing on using the horse's movement to kind of facilitate that core and postural strengthening so that Lily can then engage in those fine motor tasks that are a little more challenging for her.
In Lily's case, we had a child who was nonverbal, who didn't necessarily want to make eye contact or do an activity that was guided. And I think within a week or two at Little Bit, she was working with a therapist. She would look, her therapist in the eyes, and she wouldn't always greet them, but she was definitely talking more and more, and that, I think, was a starting point for her to begin speaking more.
And so one day we start hearing horse, horse, horse. And you think it's horse, you're hoping it's horse, but you don't want to, maybe this is just something new she's doing. But then you start realizing this is something that she's connected, something that she's excited about, something that she wants to return to. That's a very powerful experience for us, and it was something that was so exciting to have come to fruition.
In Scarlett's case, just physically, she's grown so much. I remember when she couldn't even bear weight. So we brought her here when she wasn't, standing on her own, or she definitely hadn't taken any independent steps. And I just remember being with Kelsey once, and Kelsey was doing it like it was nothing, but I couldn't believe Scarlett was taking one step after another. It was shocking to me. Hips, when you aren't bearing weight typically or walking typically, it's so important, especially being on the horse, bearing weight, doing things like that, putting your body in positions that can help form that hip socket is humongous. It's pretty awesome too, because we go to our orthopedic appointments at Children's and they are amazed.
One of the really big benefits of utilizing equine movement in therapy is that the horse lends its really organized nervous system to our clients. So for a client like Lily, whose nervous system is a little more unorganized, when she gets on Lolly, Lolly gives her a system to Lily, and Lily's able to kind of get that organized system from that rhythmic and repetitive, precise input of the vestibular system, of her tactile system, of proprioception, all in a really organized and succinct way, so that Lily can come off of Lolly feeling much more organized in her nervous system.
As a physical therapist, I'm working with her specifically on her sitting posture and her musculoskeletal development, and being able to walk with some type of assistance right now is our goal. And so we can go out and use that environment, the hills, to do gait training, the uneven surfaces of the gravel to help build balance.
I know that Scarlett is always tired when she's done, because she's worked basically every muscle in her body, and I don't know a lot of activities that she does even in her day-to-day that she can do that, because she is limited in her movement.
Lily has been able to take some of the skills that she's developed home and is putting those to bear on a day-to-day basis. She's more willing to communicate. She's more willing to collaborate. We see this from social play, from how she interacts with other children.
I don't think we would be where we are today without Little Bit, for sure.
The services that we provide here at Little Bit are vital to our families and our community. Your contributions help provide those services at a cost that's affordable and provides more access to our services for others in the community. We are profoundly grateful for your support.